What is happening, guys? It is DanielLads1989. Welcome back to the Hereford United career. This is episode 82. Now, if you track our minds back to the last episode, it was a little bit of a frustrating day at the office. We lost 2-0 to Everton, we won 3-1 against Watford, which we expected, and then we got a draw against Tottenham. So it doesn't get any easier in today's episode. We first have a cup game against Barnsley, which we'll simulate, and then we have Chelsea at home. A big game, one of the first top three really that we've faced this season, and we need to rise to the challenge. Then we have another Champions League game again, which we'll simulate. We are then away at Leicester, and then we have a home game against Notts Forest. So how I'd like the episode to go is a draw against Chelsea, I would be more than happy with. Certainly a win against Leicester, and certainly a win against Notts Forest. So let's see if the episode pans out that way. I will swap the team around for this cup game against Barnsley, and we'll take it from there. Team all swapped round then, guys. As you can see, Patrick Roberts on the left hand side, Fernandez on the right hand side, Kirk Wilson up top. I've put Best and Marco Royce in the two cam positions left and right. I've put O'Reilly in the centre mid position. I've gone Kolasinac, Amadou, Malang Sarr and Ethan Laird in defence, and Acosta in goal. So it should be a fairly straightforward win to see us through to the next round. We get a 2-1 win. So let's just have a look. Patrick Roberts scored first. He then picked up a yellow card. They get a goal back, and Fernandez on the 90th minute to win it for us in the dying embers. Seem to be a master of late goals, we do, especially in those cup games, getting late goals. But we've got to move on to the Premier League, where the points really do count. So that was the Carabao Cup, the EFL Cup. We're through to the next round. And our first game of the Premier League is not going to be an easy one. We are at home against Chelsea, and well, you know the history behind the Chelsea games. We either get the win or we get beat quite heavily. So I'll see you at the Edgar Street Stadium. Here we are then, guys, in the first played game of the episode. We are at home. We're at the Edgar Street Stadium. We have Chelsea today. Always had a very controversial game against Chelsea. It's either gone their way or it's gone our way. So there's really kind of no in between when it comes to Chelsea. One of the main reasons is because Mendy in goal has just been fantastic for them. Every time we've played them, he's been an absolute brick wall. But we'll see who they have in the lineup today. As you can see here, Pulisic, Mason Mount, Lukaku, Ziyech on the field as well. So they definitely have a very strong team out. Player to watch today, Pulisic, obviously scored last season against us to beat us in that game last season. We've certainly got to be defensively strong today. We can't be giving away those silly passes that we were last time, or in the last episode, giving away sloppy passes through defence into midfield and allowing them to get inside. But we'll certainly have a look. It appears they don't have Mendy in goal. It looks like they have a different goalkeeper in today, but I can see Reece James in the lineup there as well. We'll have to have a look if they bought anybody new in the transfer window, as we obviously have strengthened in the transfer window, as you guys know. Wondering how today's episode is going to go, but let's have a look at our lineup first. Obviously, the almighty Josh Griffiths in goal. We've gone Lamptey, David Camus, Maitland-Niles, Tyrone Mings and Tommy Doyle in defence, Conor Gallagher, Dominguez in midfield, Harry Wilson, Toure and Dembele up top. So we are at 100%, we are at full strength, hoping that Chelsea are not at full strength. They've definitely got a different goalkeeper in goal. It looks like a regenerated goalkeeper, a youth academy goalkeeper. And Kai Havertz and Ziyech in midfield together, Mason Mount, Lukaku and Pulisic up top. They also have Reece James on the field. They've got Diop in defence. They've got Ben Chilwell in defence. It's going to be a very difficult game. Wish us luck. Chelsea have themselves a corner here, guys, early in this game, and what an effort that was from Pulisic. Wow. The ball comes across and kind of does a sideways bicycle kick, and it was on target. Josh Griffiths had to be alert, gets a good stop on it, and they have themselves another corner early in this game here. Chelsea applying early pressure, and we need to rise to the occasion here, stand defensively strong, do what we do best, try and get the ball, counter-attack, and see if we can pinch an early goal in this game. Lamptey does get the block in, but Ben Chilwell will get the ball inside the box. Dominguez with the header away, and Lukaku's header off the rebound is wide of the target. Chelsea have a free kick here for offside against us there. We tried to get forward and offside call, but Conor Gallagher tried to get the ball there, and apparently there was a foul involved, so they've got themselves another free kick now. Chelsea have certainly had the better first half so far here. They've had more of the ball, they've had more of the chances, and we just haven't woken up in this first 30-35 minutes or so. And Chelsea will come forward here with Lukaku, but we get a good tackle in with Mings. Hopefully we'll be able to get forward now and have an attack on goal ourselves, but Toure was beaten to it first there by the Chelsea centre-back. Here is Lukaku again coming forward, and it's a decent pass around the corner. He's trying to set himself up there, Kai Havertz, and we do clear it away. Dominguez down with the header, and we could be on a counter-attack here if Dembele can get there first. Doesn't get there first, and Chelsea still have the ball here. It's been the story of this first half. They've had the ball and we're struggling to kind of get possession and create ourselves something, but this could be the counter attack here coming forward with Harry Wilson. Can we manage to get in front here with Harry Wilson? He's pulled it wide. Not long till half time now, guys. 2 minutes added on, and Chelsea again continuing their possession game here, keeping hold of the ball, and we can't seem to get hold of it. Good tackle by Tommy Doyle there to stop them coming forward again before half time, and half time is not far away. We just need to make sure we do not concede before half time. Here's Pulisic, good tackle by David Carmu, but the shot does come in. Josh Griffiths with a brilliant save. We do get the block in, and there is half time. Into the second half we go then, guys, and Chelsea have had all the ball. Their relentless pressure has certainly been a problem for us in the first half. We tried to get forward on the counter-attack with the best chance we've had so far with Harry Wilson, and he drags it just wide of the target. That probably was the chance for us to get in front, and I'm wondering if we'll get another one in this second half to try and get in front. But we've started well here with some possession, passing it around well. Here's Toure, try and get the ball around the corner to Conor Gallagher here, who has some space. I might just go for goal here and try and get an effort away. Good stop by the goalkeeper, and we've got ourselves a corner early in this second half. We need to apply our pressure on Chelsea now instead of the other way around. So say Conor Gallagher caught that very, very sweetly. I think it was going wide anyway, but the keeper just made sure. So let's try and find Toure's head here, who has headed us a few home already this season, but cleared away towards Tommy Doyle. Get this back down the line towards Dembele. Swing this. Well, I was looking to swing it in the box, but it's dropped to Conor Gallagher, and it has fallen nicely here to Dominguez, but Chelsea will bring it away with Ziyech, and play will continue. Chelsea long ball over looking for Pulisic. Lamptey will win the header down towards Harry Wilson. Conor Gallagher back to Harry Wilson. Try and find Toure's feet here. Look for the ball round the corner, and Chelsea could be in trouble here if we can find the right pass. Dominguez has got behind here. Get the shot away, and Dominguez finds the goal. We said we wanted to apply a bit more pressure in the second half. We have applied our pressure, and we have found a route through to goal. We needed that. Chelsea have had the better first half, and they started the second half brighter. We have come back at them, and Mendy not in goal today. Dominguez finds the bottom corner and puts us 1-0 ahead. There's Tyrone Mings over towards Carmu. Just trying to hold on to the ball a little bit better, guys, as Chelsea have had the majority of possession. Now we've got 1-0 ahead. Trying to keep hold of the ball and getting them a little bit more frustrated is something I want to do, and try and find the gaps in behind, but we've given the ball away there looking for Dembele, and time is ticking down here. 86 minutes, 4 minutes left of normal time, and then I would presume there'll be at least 3 minutes added on stoppage time, but they have managed to get him behind here with Mason Mount, and Tommy Doyle comes up with a brilliant tackle there to make sure that we don't lose out on possession, and Dembele gets back and doing his defensive duties there. Tyrone Mings also getting a good tackle in. Here is Dominguez, he can't quite get to it. Chelsea applying pressure with the final 2 minutes here, and I thought that was going right in the top corner from Pulisic then. My heart dropped for a second, and I thought he'd come up with a worldie right at the end of the game, because Josh Griffiths did not have that covered. Had that have been on target, they would have found a leveller there. 1 minute added on in extra time. Toure trying to win the header, which he does. See if we can try and get forward for a second here at the end of the game, but never mind. There goes the full-time whistle. We will get the win against Chelsea. Press conference after the game then, guys. Hereford United 1, Chelsea 0. It was a tough game, a really, really tough game. Let's see what the question is here, just the one goal, and are you happy with the performance? Yeah, every player did his job today. We defended well, we were good in midfield, and we managed to get forward and get the goal thanks to Dominguez, so can't really say anything else there. Every player did his job. Did you ever feel like it wasn't good? I certainly did. Well, we got the goal. Maybe we shouldn't have had more because we didn't have that many chances. We dealt with their pressure well because their relentless pressure was what caused us a problem really in the first half. They just kept coming at us and coming at us. They kept hold of the ball very well. They had more possession and they were the better team. So I'll probably say the better team lost today, but we will take the 3 points. Will you please? I wouldn't say we limit them. We coped well because we coped defensively. They were good and they had some very good opportunities to score. I think we just got lucky today and we got the win. So let's have a quick look here. Another board objective done, and youth developers, as you guys requested obviously for the youths, I have put a lot of work and effort into youth development. As you can see here, we have some good potential ones here. Goalkeeper, the 62 rated, and we do have some good little potentials. Another 64 rated centre mid here, and we have some very good potential. Sinclair Hero, I swapped to a left winger and he went up by quite a lot. He's somebody we could call up before the end of the season. I did take your guys' advice on board, and I am looking to bring some of these youngsters through probably sooner rather than later, so just to update you on where we are in the youth side of things. But moving on, we have a match in the Champions League, which obviously I will rotate the side completely to make sure we've got fresh legs for the Premier League, and we will simulate this first game. Side all swap round then, guys, and really this result doesn't matter because we're already through in the group stage. But I've gone Patrick Roberts on the left hand side, Fernandez on the right hand side, Kirk Wilson up top. I've gone Marco Reus and Best in the 2 cam positions. I've gone O'Reilly in the sitting position. I've gone Kolasinac, Amadou, Malang Sarr, Ethan Laird and Acosta in obviously defensive and goalkeeper positions. So let's simulate this game, and even if we get a draw here, which I presume we should get the win, we don't. We actually get a loss there. They got both the goals in the second half. Dominguez gets one in the 90th minute. It's not enough, but we should be through in the group stage anyway, as we were quite far ahead on points anyway. So back into the Premier League we go. We have Leicester next. Was it home or away? I can't quite remember myself. We are away at Leicester, so I will see you guys there. Second played game of the episode then, guys. We are away, we're at Leicester, we're at the King Power Stadium, and we do have the better results against Leicester, to be fair. If you think back on previous seasons, we have beaten them quite a few times, so we should have the upper advantage here. But we've got to remember, we are away. Leicester are certainly going to be no pushover. We have to have a good performance. We only just got the win in the last game against Chelsea. We really had to fight for that, and we really had to be defensively strong. I'm thinking in this game we might have a little bit more of the ball, as you can see, back to the top of the table after that win against Chelsea. And we're at Leicester. I didn't see Leicester. I think Leicester are about mid-table, but we have definitely had a better start to the season than Leicester, so we hopefully will have more of the ball. We'll create more chances, which will give the likes of Torre more chance up front to get a couple of more goals. We have been in good form of late. We've got to continue it, and we've got to show everybody we are here to win the Premier League. So we'll wait for the lineups, guys, and then we'll get straight into the football. As Leicester line up today then, guys, still got Kasper Schmeichel in goal, Jonathan Tah in the left back position. They've still got was that Ndidi at the back there? I didn't quite see. We'll have to wait for the full lineup to come here. It was Ndidi at the back. He's in the right back position for some strange reason. He's more of a central defensive midfielder, but never mind. We stand up. Josh Griffiths in goal, Lamptey, Camu, Maitland-Niles, Tyrone Mings and Tommy Doyle in defence. Conor Gallagher and Dominguez in midfield, Harry Wilson, Torre and Dembele up top. So of the two sides, you've got to say we do have the stronger side. We've got to prove it in this game. There's Tommy Doyle sprinting down the line early here, and I have Dominguez in midfield to help out. Here is Tommy Doyle again, onto Dominguez again. Here's Torre, maybe try and get an early effort away at goal here, and oof, it was some effort, it just wasn't on target. There's Tyrone Mings, try and find Lamps it out wide, trying to find Conor Gallagher in the middle here, and I have found him, and he's coming through here. Might be able to get Dominguez in again here, and Dominguez continues his good form after scoring against Chelsea. He scored against Leicester early in this game here. I said Dominguez would be a really good buy when we brought him in at the start of the season, and he is proving me right. Getting forward in midfield there. He did the same against Chelsea, very similar chance. He gets round the corner and lashes it across the goal. We've got an early goal against Leicester here. Leicester playing that ball forward here. It's a decent pass, and he's got space to shoot here. And Josh Griffiths was called upon from distance there. We have got an early goal in this game, but they're not for the one for trying here, and it was a really good effort on goal. He got some power behind that. Josh Griffiths had to be on hand to make a good save, which is exactly what he did. They have themselves a corner here. He's trying to get into the box, and they have found a route into box. We get a partial tackle in, but the Leicester man will bring it away here, and they have possession in midfield. Good pass around the corner, and we need to get a tackle in before they find a leveller, and Josh Griffiths again called upon for another good save. Leicester applying a little bit of pressure now after conceding from us, and good pass around the corner here. Josh Griffiths might be called upon again here. He does get another good stop in and stops another chance for Leicester to get level in this game. Tyrone Mings the stronger of the two there, and we might be able to get forward here with Toure, who is completely free and should make it two here if he can get this on target. He can't, because that's a very, very good save by Schmeichel. Even at how old Schmeichel must be by now, and we've got to be at least 38 going on 40 now, making a brilliant stop, getting his foot out and stopping Toure getting a goal in this game. But Toure up for the header there. It's cleared towards the edge of the box. Tommy Doyle should get there first. He doesn't. Leicester man beats him. We get it down with Lamptey. Let's try and find this ball into the middle to Dominguez. Here is Maitland-Niles. Try and drop this to Tommy Doyle. Going to look to go on the outside towards Dembele. See if we can get a second here. Maitland-Niles up for the header, and another brilliant save by Schmeichel. You've got to give it to him, guys. Schmeichel just pulled out an absolute, just unbelievable save to get across the goal like that and stop such a good header from Maitland-Niles. What a save that is. But Toure up for the header here, and it does drop to Maitland-Niles again here, who brings it down and apparently has committed handball. It's a foul to Leicester. It's Conor Gallagher in midfield. Decent turn to find Harry Wilson. Here's Lamptey going down the line here, and might have a chance to find a second here if we can find a good cross. And Dominguez was lurking at the back post. It's only cleared to Conor Gallagher, who gets a volley on it, but it's a good block by the centre back. Here is Harry Wilson trying to find some space here. I'll drop it to Maitland-Niles, trying to find Conor Gallagher if I can come up with an effort here, and again it's blocked out. We have ourselves another corner. We've applied a lot of pressure here early in this first half, and it was on target there, and just getting his foot up there to stop the chance developing. Try and find Toure again in the middle, but it's going to find Tyrone Mings. It's not. It's cleared away by a Leicester man. If Lamptey can get up there and win the header, it's cleared away. There's not long till half time now, guys. I'll just play it out from here. Harry Wilson try and find Lamptey around the corner, but the defender spotted it, and we have one possession, and we do start to come back at them. Here's Tommy Doyle. Can he provide a decent cross towards the back post? Dembele is waiting, and he's headed it over the top of the bar. We said that we wanted to start finishing these chances that we're creating, and we're just not finishing them. We could have had 2 or 3 in this first half. To be fair to Schmeichel, he has stopped 2 or 3 good chances. We will go into the break 1-0 ahead. Into the second half we go then, guys, and relentless pressure from us in the first half. We managed to get an early goal, and then the amount of chances that we had to try and find a second, maybe even a third at that, and we just couldn't seem to hit the back of the net, mainly because Schmeichel was just that good in the first half. So I'm hoping in the second half here we can just try and hit the net another 2 or 3 times just to get a good comfortable win. But Leicester getting an early tackle in here and sprinting forward. I'm calling Lamptey to try and get back here and make sure we don't concede early in the second half and give them a chance to get back into it. But David Carmore trying to clear it. They get the ball into the middle, and they do have an early chance here with a little bit of pressure. Leicester is taking the ball out to the corner, just taking it easy, and Dembele turns his man really well though. We might be able to get some sort of a counter attack going here if I can try and find Harry Wilson on the far side. It's a wonderful ball over to Harry Wilson, takes it in his stride. Can he find a second? He can't, because again Schmeichel is in the way. such a good goalkeeper, as we know in real life anyway, but even at this stage of this save, making saves like that, you've got to give it to him. Credit where credit's due. In the box, looking for Toure up for the header. It will fall nicely for Harry Wilson here. Try and find Dembele to find a cross into the box, and we've got ourselves a penalty. Applied the pressure, and it looks like it's hit a Leicester man's arm off the cross from Dembele trying to get it back in the box. It did brush across his chest. Maybe it's a little bit harsh, but with the pressure that we've had and the amount of chances that we've had, I think we deserve that. So I'm just going to, every time I've gone for that bottom corner, I've missed it. So I'm going to switch it up, and I'm going to go for the top left-hand corner, and hopefully Schmeichel will not save it. He does save it. Yep, we just missed out on the chance to go 2-0 ahead. The amount of chances we've had in this game, plus a penalty now, and again Schmeichel's out to make the save. Making a change here, guys. I'm taking Toure off and I'm putting Kirk Wilson on. Lofted ball forward for Leicester here, and he brings that down well. I'm going to call Lamptey to try and stop the cross coming in here, and he does find a cross into the box, but Tyrone Mings does clear it away towards Harry Wilson. Try and find Conor Gallagher coming forward here. We are on one of our counter-attacks, and I can see Dembele across the other side. This has got to be a chance. He's got to finish, and he does. We have had multiple chances in this game to find a second, and thankfully Dembele does not miss that chance to put us 2-0 in front. Wonderful ball over by Conor Gallagher, and I was going to say Toure then, but Dembele does not miss the chance to put us 2-0 ahead. Leicester pushing forward here, trying to get something out of this game, and we've just dropped back now and tried to defend what we have, but good tackle there by Lamptey, getting the ball towards Conor Gallagher, who does get it round the corner to Lamptey. If I can set Harry Wilson on his way here, and it's a decent tackle, or decent interception by the Leicester fullback, and he has found a nice ball over the top here to his teammate. Leicester trying to get anything they can back into this game. Lamptey gets a partial block on it, and he does win the tackle. Tyrone Mings clears away. I'll send that to Maitland-Niles. Look for Conor Gallagher again, and Dembele is making me another superb run. Again, Conor Gallagher and Dembele linking up. Try and drop this in the box towards Dominguez, who blasts that just wide of the target. Here's Dominguez in midfield looking for Conor Gallagher. Here's Harry Wilson. We've played much better in this game, but I would like to see a third goal here at the end of the game. Here's Conor Gallagher, not long left in the game here. Try and find Conor Gallagher again in towards Kirk Wilson. Can he give us a third? He can't, because Schmeichel makes another good save. I took Toure off because he wasn't having the best of games. Kirk Wilson comes on, he gets his chance, but Schmeichel makes a good stop. Can we try and get a third before the end of this game? Drop it towards Harry Wilson. Look to the edge of the box towards Maitland-Niles, who can lay it off here for Lamptey. If we can get a ball round the corner to Kirk Wilson, but it's defended well. 3 minutes added on at the end of this game. We'll try and get an interception in here with Dominguez through to Dembele, who was fouled there in my eyes, but apparently not according to the referee. And there goes the full-time whistle. Despite all the chances, it's only a 2-0 win. Back at the menu then, guys, and talk about the amount of chances we had in that game, including a penalty, and chance after chance after chance. We did manage to pick up the victory. We did get 2 goals, but that should have been, what, 5-6-0? Schmeichel was absolutely outstanding. So as we move on to the last played game of the episode, we are at home against Nottingham Forest. If we don't get a 6 or 7-0 win against them after the performance we just put in against Leicester, there's something seriously wrong. So I'll see you at the Edgar Street Stadium. Into the final played game of the episode. We are at home, we're at the Edgar Street Stadium, we have Nottingham Forest. If this is not a whitewash, I don't know what should be. I have completely rotated the side rem, so we do have obviously a weaker side out, but it is more than strong enough to be beating the likes of Nottingham Forest, who have obviously come up from the Championship. So like I said, with the chances that we've been creating, the way we've been playing, and especially in that last game against Leicester where we should have had 4 or 5, maybe even 6, we should, as you can see here, best defensive team in the league. We've only conceded 7 so far, in the season, we should absolutely whitewash this game. As you can see, Acosta in goal. I've put Ethan Laird in today. Amadou takes the captain's armband today as well. So I have completely rotated the side, but it should be more than comfortable to get a victory against Nottingham Forest. So we'll wait for the lineups, guys, and then we'll get straight into the action. As we line up today then, guys, I've gone Acosta in goal, I've gone Ethan Laird, Malang Sarr, Matt O'Reilly sitting, Amadou and Kolasinac in defence. I've gone Marco Reus and Patrick Roberts in midfield. I've gone Fernandes, Kirk Wilson and Eden Hazard in the attacking position. So a completely rotated side, but like I said, it should be more than strong enough to be a newly promoted side. As you can see, Cal Jenkinson in their defence there, ex-Arsenal player, and don't think I recognise anybody else. A couple of generated players in there, but nobody with real threats that can damage our sittings at the top of the table. So we've got to prove we're the better team in this game. Ball lofted forward and a decent header there by Amadou, winning possession in towards Eden Hazard. Going to look for Fernandes out wide. It's a decent pass into him. Here's Marco Reus. Try and find Kirk Wilson in the box here, who's completely free and should be able to get an effort away, but he just couldn't. He was taken off his boot just before he was about to shoot, and Patrick Roberts also has lost out on possession here, and Nottingham Forest try pressing forward. It's a decent little bit of spell of possession that we've had, and we haven't made it count. Can we make it count here coming forward? Matt O'Reilly in towards Marco Reus. Fernandes picks that up instead. I'll use Marco Reus round the corner, go for an effort with Reus, and it was a good effort. The goalkeeper makes a good stop. Reus unhappy with himself there. He didn't hit the back of the net, but a very good effort from him. Patrick Roberts jumping over the top of it to get out of the way, and the goalkeeper made a good stop. Let's try and get this on target here, but the header is wide of the mark. It's Kolasinac, send that over to the other side towards Ethan Laird, into Marco Reus, holding on to the ball well here. We've had a good spell of possession, we just need to find a goal and make it count. Ball in towards Patrick Roberts there, it finds its way to Matt O'Reilly, round the corner to Fernandes. If he can turn and get an effort away here, we know he can shoot, and again the goalkeeper with another good save to stop us getting in front. If it wasn't for the goalkeeper here, we'd probably be 2-0 up already, but the goalkeeper for Nottingham Forest keeping them in this game. Let's try and find Malang Sarr's head if we can. Up for the header, it's dropped in the box. Marco Reus holding on to possession, and he was fouled there, Marco Reus, but play will continue. Malang Sarr with the shot, drops to Patrick Roberts, and again we just are not taking our chances. We've had chance after chance early in this game and we haven't taken it. Here's Eden Hazard trying to find a cross into the box. Marco Reus was injured but finds a route through to goal. Reus has the injured sign next to his name. He must have took a knock during one of the challenges leading up to that, but injured or not, Hazard finds Reus in the middle, and Reus gets in there with a little header to beat the goalkeeper, who has been good so far, and he's put us 1-0 ahead. Kolasinac coming down the line towards Eden Hazard, who's already got an assist in this game, and looking to beat his man here with a quick bit of step over there. Try and find Kolasinac down the line, see if we can put a decent ball across here. We can. The centre back does clear it partially. It will fall back into Kolasinac here. It falls to Patrick Roberts, and he can't win possession either. Nottingham Forest will bring the ball forward here and try attacking our back line. They've not had much in this first half, Nottingham Forest, to be fair to them, but they are coming forward here with numbers. Gets a good ball round the corner, and Kolasinac with a decent header away and just drags that wide of the target. O'Reilly in midfield turns his man really well, who tried to have a clip at his ankles there, but rides the challenge over towards Eden Hazard again. If he can provide another good cross, I'll come in short this time to Patrick Roberts. Try and drop this to O'Reilly. Fernandes out wide. 2 minutes added on here before half time, and I thought we were going to find a second there before half time, but it hasn't worked out that way. Malang Sarr does pick up the ball. Can we try and find a second through to Kirk Wilson here, who has got completely free? Kirk Wilson to make it 2 before half time, and he certainly does. Kirk Wilson back in the goals. As we said, he's not had much football because of the signing of Torre. We've played him in the cup games, but he does score here in the league. Lovely ball forward by Marco Reus, and Kirk Kirk Wilson, should I say, gets on that, sprints forward to put us 2-0 up before half-time. Pretty much the whistle should be straight away, and there it is. We'll go into the second half, 2-0 up. Into the second half we go then, guys, and chance after chance has come, and this time we have started to finish our chances. They do give the ball away early in the first bit of the second half here. Here's Kirk Wilson round the corner towards Patrick Roberts. We might be able to make it 3 early here, but Patrick Roberts tackled out of it, and Nottingham Forest pick up the ball, start to come forward at us. Ethan Laird to bring it down and towards Matt O'Reilly. Can we get a third early in this second half here and try and at least get an effort away on goal? But here's Kirk Wilson round the corner looking for Patrick Roberts, who should be able to get there over towards Eden Hazard, try and get an effort away with him, and an absolute stunning finish by Hazard. I mean, a legend of the sport anyway, and a brilliant clinical finisher, and showing his class there even at 35 years old, putting him on in this game. Look at that for a finish. Turns inside on his right boot, straight into the far corner. That's 3-0. Ball cleared forward, and Kolasinac tried to get the header. He didn't win the header there, and Nottingham Forest might have a chance here. Sends his man down the line. He's certainly onside. Amadou to step over and try and stop the cross coming in. The cross does come in to find the ball into the box, and Acosta can't get there. Nottingham Forest get one back. You have to give it to them. They found the free players there. He finds the shot, and he finds the back of the net. They might come back here in the second half. Obviously, I'm not going to try and allow them to, but Acosta didn't get there, and a decent finish to make it 3-1. 2 substitutions here, guys. Eden Hazard, Marco Reus, both going off through stamina. They're both tired now. So I've brought on Best, and I've brought on Bray as well to try and give us some extra fresh legs, or youth fresh legs anyway, as they're both through the youth academy, and we had ourselves a corner, but straight into the keeper's gloves. All out towards Kolasinac here, looking down the line for Fernandez. Here is Fernandez, try and turn and find Patrick Roberts if I can. I've also got Kolasinac still in support here, and I might try and send this into feet if I can, but Kolasinac almost lost it there. Keeps hold of possession into Matt O'Reilly, try and find Bray here, and Bray has a chance to try and get an effort on goal here, and he does, and it's a good stop by the goalkeeper. Bray and obviously Best, both of them through the youth academy. Bray with a decent effort on goal there, trying to get his first goal for the senior team, as he hasn't had one yet, but they're making a substitution. We also have a corner here. Let's try and find Kirk Wilson's head. It's fallen nicely for him, but the goalkeeper gets there first. Going towards the end of the game now, guys, and Nottingham Forest passing the ball around a lot better, but Malang Sarr gets a good tackle in, and Kolasinac sends that down the line towards Fernandez, who finds Patrick Roberts, and he's sprinting forward through midfield here. Patrick Roberts turns his man. He can find Kirk Wilson here. He should have an easy finish, but he finds the goalkeeper's gloves. Patrick Roberts heads that down towards Best, in towards Bray. Can he get his first goal in Hereford United colours? He can't, because that was a terrible effort on goal. There goes the full-time whistle, and it will end 3-1. Back at the menu then, guys, and we expected a comfortable win. We did get a fairly comfortable win. Nottingham Forest did get a goal back, but a fairly comfortable win overall. So let's just have a look at the standings. As you can see there in the Champions League, we're not at the top of the league. Barca have taken over the top of the league now. We're in second. But let's have a look, more importantly, where we are in the Premier League. After 12 games, we have won 9, drawn 2, and lost only 1 to Everton, the game that we lost. 29 points, sat above Manchester City on 26 points, Everton 24 points, Liverpool in 4th on 22 points, and Tottenham in 5th on 21 points. Let's have a look at the bottom of the table. Watford, Nottingham Forest and Leeds all at the bottom with 4 or 5 points. And things are really starting to get heated up in this season. We've got to keep performing, we've got to keep hitting the back of the net if we want a chance to lift that Premier League trophy. We've looked like title contenders so far, but is it going to pan out that way? So drop me your comments as always, guys. Leave me your feedback. Thank you very much for joining the Hereford United career as always. Drop me a big thumbs up before you go, and I will see you in the next episode. Thank you very much. It's been Daniel's 1989. Love you, bye.